Hello, everyone. Welcome to the quest to complete all 1,071 games in the Itch Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. This is day number 119. We have a new game to play. We don't know what it is. At the end of the last stream, we rolled another visual novel after already doing a visual novel, and it was like, no, that's a good time to stop streaming. So we're gonna pretend that didn't happen, and we're gonna roll a new game, and hopefully it's not a visual novel. Today will be a bit of a shorter stream. I have something I need to do in a couple hours, so I won't be able to stream the full length, but it'll be a good time. I also went to the where to go to the oh, I can't find it now. Where did it go? Oh yes, super high quality sound effects stop called YouTube, so that we can roll another game with sound effects. And if we're ready, here we go. Ta-da! Well, no, it started auto-played the next drum roll. 286. So let's look up what game 286 is. 286 is Dry Drowning. You know what? It's another visual novel. But, if they're going to throw visual novels at us, we've got to do visual novels. So let's go look this game up. Where did all of my bookmarks go? I don't know. Okay, I think we're here. Dry Drowning. The description is investigative, thriller-oriented visual novel set in a futuristic dystopian universe. The descriptions, if they go too long, never show up correctly on the each page. And it is, wow, version 2.0.1. It has been updated after the bundle, which is great. We had mini games that were half finished when they were put into the bundle and were never finished. So this is like a full game. 2.0.01, 800 megabytes. It's large size. This could be a long visual novel. Let me update my category. Dry Drowning. Ooh, it's got 95 followers. It's a mature rated video game that may not be suitable for some viewers, according to Twitch. Let's update the title that you can't see right now because I'm still on my stream starting. This is game number 250. I'm just making sure it's right. 258. It is called Dry Drowning. I also made an update to some the games we played yesterday. We actually went through like 6 games yesterday, and we called the we called the walking simulator game complete, and we called the frog game unending, endless, because yeah, it doesn't make sense. They're both complete. Like, they don't have goals. They're not like endless games where you get points or whatever and you can just keep getting points. They weren't even games. Like, they just had no goal. They had nothing. So we'll call them complete since we experienced them like artwork. That said, I think Dry Drowning has finished downloading. Let us extract it. I'll move to my changing games screen so you can see Chubby Chubs rolling around a little bit. And we will open up Dry Drowning. It's a Unity, so it's not your standard visual novel. Not made in like Rempe or something like that. Let's see if I can stream this now. Okay, looks like it's streaming. Okay, so we're all set to go. Actually, let's make the title a bit bigger. And let's open up our timer. I think the title was small because we had a really long name there.
As an old saying has it, if a man is destined to drown, he will drown.
Oh, sound stops if I tab out.
A spoonful of water. And in the end, the tragedy of our entire existence comes down to a slow drowning into inevitability. And when our lungs are full, we always depart in the same way, with a broken dream and an empty spoon. Empty, just like our souls. My name is Mordred Foley, and what I'm about to tell is one of those stories that will keep you awake.
So we started the timer immediately because apparently the game starts immediately. Oh, I can't. I can't. I'm so. Okay. Sorry, I got a little distracted here because my chat has apparently disappeared. No, my chat box is there. Testing chat box. Pause the timer. Okay. Okay, so the chat box does work. The game does work. I can see that it's an adult's game. There was definitely a look, there's a almost naked person. Can't see it because the head's in the way. But clearly a mature game. High quality voice acting. This is pretty impressive for a start. It's a visual novel, but maybe it'll be voiced, so I don't have to read as much. And yeah, it's like a detective story. This is okay. This is a promising start. I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to get through this game today. It seems like it's gonna be a long game, and we'll have to have a shorter stream today. Anyways, enough delaying. Let's just get this started for real. Oh, English, sure. Full screen, medium, sure. Advancement, let's go fast advancement. I think the sound is okay. We'll turn it down slightly. I mean, I have it turned down a lot on my desktop audio, OBS side. And I hear I have a quiet stream in general, but it is what it is. We'll go. Wait, how do I advance? What? Do I want to go back? Hey, Mocha Cat. I'm stuck on the... How do I advance? What? It gave me the option screen when I hit start. I don't think... Apparently I was on an option screen. I don't know. Either way, we're going. Oh, you stopped your voice acting? Come on, be honest. What are you really afraid of? Loneliness? Or maybe death? No. What you truly fear is being forgotten, living the mediocre life of a loser. How would I know? Well, that's because you and I are more similar than you'd like to admit. And that's why I know exactly how to make you suffer. Thanks to me, you will learn that every happy ending is a lie. Okay, way to be a downer. Wait, I stopped the timer somehow. Okay, whatever. We're starting again. Gets 2 free minutes. City of Nova Polemas on a rainy winter night. 2 years. It's been 2 darn years. I can't believe I'll be able to go. Oh, this is going to be a visual novel, isn't it? It could be such a nice day if it wasn't for the stupid rain. He's already here? Did he say here? Or home? Foley Investigations. I'd better not disturb her. She hates being interrupted while she's playing. I'll just smoke a cigarette and tell her the good news as soon as she's done. I get the feeling she's dies based on the, what was on the, anyways. Damn it, I'm fresh out, but I should have a pack somewhere in my office. To explore the current location, select Investigate from the Aqua OS menu in the upper left corner. Okay. Oh, wow. Interesting. Investigate. Select the area you want to inspect to receive information or potential clues and evidence. Thank you, tutorial. Oh, wow. I think I should select the sparkly thing. Tough decision. My trusty draw? So is a drawer? A singular of a drawer a draw? Anyways, where I hide my most treasured things. You have obtained a pack of 20 cigarettes. Oh, show me, please. Oh, wow. Inventory screen. Welcome back. What is this? Preview? Is this saves? No, this is documents. This is just information. People. Hera Kairos. I'd rather burn into the flames of regret than live a mediocre life. Okay. Map. I can't travel. Okay. Goes to the past. Find the cigarettes in the office. I did it. Save. New save. Okay. So we have a save system. We have a Aqua OS. Here they are, my babies. Also, smoking is not cool. It sucks as a habit. Don't get into it. To examine and use the items, select inventory. Oh, I was kind of doing that. And I have to click it to use it. Okay, look at me. Diary updated. Is that you? Wow, she's got wide open eyes. You should seriously stop playing sad songs. Our neighbors might end up killing themselves. Mordred, if you're here, that means, yeah, even though everyone knew I was guilty, I've been acquitted for lack of evidence. Funny how the law works, isn't it? So, does that mean we're free now? Definitely free from justice, but not from the hatred of the relatives of those I've sent to the electric chair. If anything, we can go back to work, starting tomorrow. That is, assuming someone is crazy enough to hire a convicted felon like me. Will we ever put an end to this? Hera, what media and victims need is just a scapegoat. If you are free to leave, you are free to leave if you want. It's me they want dead. I'm just as guilty as you are. You know it. Running away would just delay the inevitable. We're both monsters. The only difference between us is that you're out in the open. Wrong. The only real difference between us is that you are a good-looking monster. Aw, you idiot. What a smooth talker he is. Anyway, do whatever the hell you want, but don't say I didn't warn you. Mordred Foley, the true life of the party, as always. I just wonder how much longer we can deal with all this pressure on us. Drama. February 26, 2066. Foley Investigations. I understand the situation, madame. Sure, I'll be waiting here in the office. Of course, confidentiality is the motto of our agency. What's up? You won't believe it. I think we got a new customer. She seems to be a big shot, and she's coming to our office right now. Well, this is great. Quick, tell me before she gets here. Select speak. Oh, I'm still in the tutorial. Speak. Represent all available conversation topics. Okay. Hera's decision in today's paper. So you decided to stay? Well, I've been to hell and back. At least I can do is stay here. The least I can do is stay here tormenting you forever. Our next client will torment me enough. Well, speaking of that... Okay, fine. Let's talk about the client. What do you know about this new client? She's the assistant of a politician. That's all she said. A politician? Since when do we accept this kind of jobs? At this point, I'd welcome the devil himself as a client. I have a bad feeling. You should know that our business is built on bad feelings. Oh, let's talk about today's paper. Have you read today's newspaper? No. Is there anything interesting? I mean, besides the usual rubbish on immigration. Definitely. 4 days ago, while we were still in the courtroom, a body was found in Treasury Park. And they reported it just today? Good old censorship strikes again. At least I'll stop talking about us so that we can work in peace. Here, read the article when you have time. I have obtained murder at Treasury Park. There's a murder. Nothing knows. Yeah. A murder with untold violence. A ritual murder. Okay, great. Oh. Sorry, gotta pause the stream and get the door. Looks like she's already here. Welcome to Foley Investigations, madame. Hello, detective. Like I said on the phone, my name is Julie Ward. I can't do voices for everyone, so I'm not going to. Success. Wow. I got her dossier already. I already know her personal quote, even though I've just said hi to her. I know all this information. That's amazing. I'm such a good detective. That's incredible. And I'm Mr. Baker's personal assistant. Julie Ward's business card. A member of the Black Bands? What? You can feel it's important. Most members of the Black Bands are privileged snobs. Okay, so we don't know what Black Bands are, but she's one of them. Baker. Oh, sorry, wrong foot. Baker. You mean that Baker? You know. Not that I'm trying. Oh, so now you don't know what the Black Bands are. They are a political group that don't like immigration. Great. Such a lovely place here. Burgundy floor perfectly matches the antique furniture. What? I didn't mean to do that. What's missing is a floral sofa to complement this kitsch masterpiece. Excuse me? And who, may I ask, are you? This is Hera. She's my assistant. Kind of. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Miss Ward. Oh, I see. Are you trying to ignore me or something? Detective, can we discuss our business privately, please? Privately? Why is that? What's wrong, madame? What I'm about to disclose is strictly confidential. I'd rather not have assistants around. If you don't mind, of course. Oh, not at all. I'll leave right away. I can't, not gonna stick with voices. Maybe if the game had 2 characters, I could do voices, but you know, I'm too lazy to try that hard. Hera. I think you owe me an explanation for this. I mean, I guess I can do a manly voice. Oh, you know, my normal voice, that is. Very manly. All right, shall we begin? We'll just go with the case. My apologies for this, but the case we want to offer you is extremely delicate. Enough to cut Hera out of this conversation? Well, when it comes to murders and politics, it's better to be safe than sorry. Are we talking about the murder in the newspaper? That's right. 4 days ago, my boss was involved in a murder case whose method was rather peculiar. Peculiar? The point is that the elections are coming up, and as you might know, Mr. Baker's favored to win. This kind of business might destroy his and the whole party's image. Now I see why the papers were so vague on the matter. The Black Bands have a lot of enemies within our city, so we want to turn this situation to our advantage. If you manage to clear Mr. Baker's name, we will make use the whole case to influence public opinion and make people understand that what a thorn in the flesh can be for his opponents. I understand, but tell me, how will the police know that Baker committed this peculiar murder? An eyewitness. Also, the victim was Mr. Baker's lover, who had been blackmailing him for years. And if you add all the political opponents wanting him behind bars, you'll have the complete picture. Why are you so vague about everything? Who is the victim? How did she die? I can't give you all those details yet, but I can tell you the case is more complicated than you think. There's a link between the victim, Mr. Baker, and the eyewitness. As I mentioned, Alicia, the victim, was Mr. Baker's lover, and she had been blackmailing him for a while, whereas Abigail Sherman, the eyewitness, is his current wife's sister, Anne Sherman. The police believe the witness followed Baker and his lover because she knew they had an affair, thus witnessing the murder in person. Needless to say, you're hiding something from me, aren't you? Again, I can't say much until I've given you all the information as agreed with the party. What? Okay. The job. Let me get this straight. You want my agency to clear an extremist politician's name so that he can win the upcoming election by proving that he has been framed by those who want to ruin the future of your beloved city. Do you think I'm your puppet or what? I'll be honest with you, Mr. Foley, you are one of the most hated men around here, and no one will ever knock at the door of someone who caused the death of 2 innocent citizens. So why did you? Because we know your methods, and we don't care if you find the real killer or not, to be honest. We just want you to focus on getting our leader cleared. Whoever will be arrested in his place, it's not our business. Go along with our request and you'll receive 50,000 credits and the chance to permanently clear your name. Furthermore, there's a reason I didn't want to disclose any details about the murder. Get to the point. Go investigate the crime scene. I'm sure you will accept the case without a second thought. I won't be able to get even close to the crime scene, not after all the problems I've had with the police and the media lately. We'll handle this, don't worry. If you really want to redeem yourself in the eyes of society, this is your only chance. Have a good evening, detective. So, of course, she wants us to solve a case, but she doesn't want to give us any information. Don't tell me you're going to escape. Hera, have you been listening to us? Mordred, don't forget the Black Bands killed all those poor refugees. The only reason I'm still alive is that I arrived right before the shooting. I saw so many unemployed people getting beaten, along with anyone they considered of no use to their cause. I know, but that's in the past. Those who ordered the massacre are in jail now. The party took a more moderate line. They could even lose in the next elections, you know? Besides, that woman is right. If we don't accept this job, it's over for us. I'd rather live a life of misery than working for those bad people. Let me remind you that we got innocent people killed too. We're not that different from them, after all. Please, Mordred, don't accept the case. Let's keep what little dignity we have left. I beg you. The storyline is influenced by your decisions. Select one of the options and be prepared to face the consequences. Remember, there are no good or bad choices. Follow your instinct and create your own story. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm paralyzed with decision. Like, look at this heart beating. It's so hard to choose. Can I just, like, not do the case? Will the game end faster? Maybe not. I promise I'll think about it, because you're more important to me, Hera. Maybe you're not as hopeless as they say. Don't speak too soon. I have to see the crime scene first. Stay in touch. I'll need you. You can count on me. Well done, Mordred. You just made a promise that you know you can't keep. Are you really risking everything for so little? I should have, like, saved before the big decisions. Not that it matters, because they said there's no right or wrong decisions, so I can't, you know, ruin the game. Maybe so my choice now is to be as nice to Hera as possible, I guess. To visit other places, select map from the Aquos menu. Also features system, diary. Okay. Documents, biographies, map. Treasury Park. Got it. Novo Polemis promotes gender equality. While only 5% of the most important jobs are handled by women, this is simply because of their natural desires to be mother. Wow, that's a loaded commentary. As I expected, the crime scene has already been cleaned up. The police can be really scrupulous. With the reputation of our city is at stake. Oh, never mind, please. Sir, I'm sorry, you have to be... Oh, you must be Mr. Foley. Miss Ward told me you were coming. Well, that woman has planned everything. May I see your pass, please? Pass? I guess you mean... I guess it's the card. Wait, what do I do? I thought I clicked to use. Okay, so I don't know how to do this. How do I get out of here? What is going on? Hand over the pass that I don't have. Hand over the pass that I think is this card, but it won't let me hand over? Did I just, like, read too fast? I can now open... What is going on? I have... Do we have to load just to... What? So clearly the game is telling me, forcing me to do this screen with a business card. It's now stuck on my screen. I can't even select other things. What? Okay, this game is 2.01, but buggy. Okay. I somehow paused the timer. Scrambling. I just spamming things. Okay, we're closing the game and we're opening it again. We will load. I mean, I know how I'm supposed to use inventory. They told me earlier, so I don't get... Okay. Whoa, I guess I'm not there yet. Oh. This is so early. I thought I saved after everything. Well, we can skip all of this. Don't tell me you're gonna escape. Oh, dramatic scene. What decision do I make? I'm siding with Hera. Maybe there's hope for me next. I mean, the opening was like with the devil and myself. So maybe I can be a good guy instead of a bad guy. Okay. System, yes. Do I take voice acting lessons? I do. I'm actually a very famous voice actor. I can do person and different person. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to Treasury Park, and then we're going to read carefully what it tells us to do, because I think the game is just kind of broken, as you can tell by the layered menuing. We will spam this. Sir. Yes. From time to time, you have to show evidence and objects from your inventory to unlock new dialogues. Find clues and new locations to investigate. Open the inventory, select the evidence you want to show, and use to submit it to your interlocutor. That's what I did, except it didn't let me use it. Yes. Now it lets me use it. Why did it not let me use it before? Very well, detective. You can proceed with the investigation. I'm at your disposal. Thank you, officer. Mordred Foley, you son of a dog. Huh. Oh. Maybe this is a romance dating, and I can date the female. Police officer, you know. Look who had the guts to get out of his crappy office. What are you doing here? Come to give yourself up, have you? Or just get beaten up? Good evening to you too, Freya. Hey, who is Freya? The road to heck is filled with good intentions. Yeah, she's a walking tornado with a litigious nature. Got it. Look at him, Robert. Look at the only bad person I couldn't get fried up. Resentment is certainly one thing you're not lacking, unlike professionalism. Give me one good reason not to kick you out. I think solving cases that incompetents like you will never be able to work out is a good enough reason. Wow, I'm harsh. Spare me your sarcasm, Foley. Officer, get this man out of the crime scene. What do you mean he's authorized? Darn it. I don't even know whose butt you've been licking, Foley. But you better watch yourself, because I'll do anything to wipe that stupid smile off your face. I'll bear that in mind. Can you let me do my job now? Listen to me. You're playing with fire. This case is too much for someone like you. If you really care about your life and that of your girlfriend, leave right now. Hey, I thought she was my assistant. Farewell, Foley. That woman needs a vacation. Mordred. Mordred, can you hear me? Loud and clear. I'm about to start investigating. Turn the camera on so that I can help you with my computer while you investigate. I've obtained Aquos. Is it Aqua OS or is it Aquos? I think it's Aquos. Show. Aquos, the next generation portable device used for a wide range of purposes. Okay. I had it the whole time, by the way, so I don't know how I got it. I've been using it to, you know. From now on, all evidence and information you find will be automatically uploaded to your Aqua OS. Right, let me activate this thing. We're about to discover what they've rushed to clean up. Let's save. Yeah. Investigate. No. What? Investigate. There's nothing to investigate. There's nothing to speak to. Do I have to activate Aqua Os? Oh, I do. I actually had to turn it on, even though I've been using it. Oh, hello. Tasteful, not quite nudity, I guess. Ah. No. Way. He's back. Oh. He's back, Mordred. I can't. No, I have to. Hera, calm down. The nightmare just won't go away. It will never end. Never, never, never. Hera, listen to me. 6 years, only 6 years, and please, Hera, stop. Please. Why did she say her own name? Why is she asking herself to stop? Darn it. What should I do? Forcing her to look at this will just make things worse. I must decide now. Oh, heartbeats. Oh, the decision. The decision. What do I do? Mocha Cat in chat. Do I hang up on Hera or I don't hang up on Hera and force her to look at this? Pineapple pizzas for you. I'll hang up. Okay, fine. I'll hang up on her. End the misery. I'm sorry, Hera. It's for your own sake. You don't deserve to suffer like this, especially after what you've been through over the past few years. Enough. Let's sort this mess out. Oh, wow. So how does this thing work anyway? How did I get a, hologram of... Oh, well, let's look at the arrow. Considering the impact and the weight of the arrow, it's unlikely that it was fired from a bow. Arrow was inserted by the murderer after he killed the victim. Why would he do that? You have tamed lead arrow. Oh, bench. The arms are tied to the tree in a specific way, giving the illusion of some sort of macabre work of art. Same with her hair, placed with impeccable precision. Wasn't that the next one? According to Aqua OS data collected by police, the victim's eyes were surgically removed and then inserted into her mouth, which was then sewn shut to avoid. Whoa, what are we dealing with? That's quite that is something. The lower half, given all that, was already dead. Wait, they said the lower. What did they say the lower half was? I missed it. It's fine. The flowers have been arranged like in a sort of ritual. The killer sure took his time by the looks of it. According to Aqua OS, they are a type of Daphne flower, quite common around here. Daphne? Hera. Maybe you're right. He's back. No, I must not jump to conclusions. I need to keep investigating. Didn't someone bother to bin this up? What's this? I found a glove. A big cut right in the middle, soaked in days-old blood. It might have something to do with the case. Broken bench, blood stains. Interesting. Wrecked bench. A woman tied to a tree with Daphne flowers at her feet and a lead arrow in her chest. This can only mean one thing. The killer wanted to emulate the myth of Apollo and Daphne. Hera, you're here. What? I want to look at the other bench. According to... Oh, I forgot to start the timer again. Whoops. According to one of the most... The timer has been a total mess in this game. Oh, well. According to one of the most renowned legends of ancient Greece, Apollo, after one of his countless heroics, antagonized Eros, the god of love. Filled with jealousy, he fired 2 arrows, a lead one meant to repulse love, and a gold one meant to make the victim hopelessly fall in love. The first arrow hit Daphne, a beautiful nymph. The other one struck Apollo and made him fall in love with her. Under the spell of the arrow, the god continued to follow the nymph, while she continued to reject him. Daphne called upon her father, the river god, and pleaded for him to free her from Apollo. He took pity on her and used metamorphosis to turn her daughter into a tree, putting an end to the eager desire of Apollo. Okay, Apollo, if there's a desire, you can romance anything, including a tree, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The poor girl here is to demonstrate that not even a divine entity is immune from torment and obsession or jealousy. Okay, I got a myth. Someone killing his victims in a scenic and dramatic way, recalling ancient myths. There's no doubt, Mordred. This is like 6 years ago. Pandora. The Pandora case. Now I understand why that woman said I would have accepted this case. Anyway, there's something wrong with this. Pandora always killed his victims in closed, isolated spaces, and always with untold violence. This scene, though, seems like an attempt to create something different. What do you mean? It's too soon to draw conclusions. We don't know anything about the suspects or the witness. Besides, I refuse to believe they haven't reached some conclusion. Now that Freya's not here, I could have a little talk with her colleague. What? I want to investigate more. That's right. Let me investigate. I clicked everything but the bench. Oh, man. That's it. It's just an ordinary bench. Hello, officer. I need to ask you something about the case. Could you describe the dynamics of the murder? We suspect that Mr. Baker lured the victim here with an excuse and then attacked her with a knife. The victim was somehow able to react, and she managed to wound the attacker's hand, probably with the same weapon that eventually killed her. How did you know the hand was wounded? You did not. You left the glove with the big hole in it and blood behind. That would be the glove that what? Baker got hurt with his own knife? Okay, I should probably look at all this stuff I'm collecting. Wooden bench. Glove. See, this is the glove. How did they know that Baker got his hand cut? Okay. When she was already dead, he removed her eyeballs, placed them in her mouth, and sewed it up. And then he undressed the victim, tied her to the tree, and arranged flowers and hair that way. That probably took hours, but as you know, the park is pretty much deserted at night, and the killer seemed to know it too. Once he was done, the killer headed towards the nearest hospital, unaware that someone spied on him. Didn't the eyewitness react at all? The girl claims to have arrived while the suspect was tying the victim to the tree. Is that all? You arrested a man based on this? Your argument is shaky at best. Have you considered the blood on the bench? I never said I would tell you everything, detective. I do care about my job. I guess I'll have to figure this out myself. What can you tell me about the suspect? One of the greatest revolutionaries of our era. He's the only one that can save the city from degradation. Great, a fan of the black bands in the police. And he's even part of the team that arrested him. The city will never stop amazing me. I was asking for his motive and relationship with the victim. I'm not interested in his career as a champion of justice. Well, we would suspect that Mr. Baker killed Alicia Hart because she's been blackmailing him for quite a while because she was his secret lover. Wow, not very secret if everyone knows this. How did the policeman know this? With elections approaching, he maybe thought a public statement from her could have destroyed his political and private life. But murdering her would not. What about the eyewitness? She's the suspect's sister-in-law. And what was she doing at Treasury Park in the middle of the night? She was following him, most likely. We're not sure yet. Officer. What the heck? Freya? Why the heck did you leave your position? Lieutenant, I don't have time for your nonsense. Go back there now. What are you waiting for? Hurry up. Look at that sneer. Oh, the sneer's gone. Oh, you're still here. Good evening, Lieutenant Gold Soul. I hope this is like anime, where they name the characters like after themselves, after like, you know, their names are like their personalities. So she is actually a very good person since her name is Gold Soul. Or it could be anti-anime and be, anyways. Look who's here. Fully let you out of the doghouse at last. Actually, it's me who's keeping him on a lead. But don't tell him. It could hurt his feelings. Hope I didn't ruin a nice chit-chat with my subordinate. Not at all. You're the one I wanted to talk to. Me? That's funny. What could I possibly talk about with a bad person like you? Freya hates me, but she's honest and righteous. I'm sure she noticed there's something wrong with this scene. I've got to take advantage of her big ego. It's risky, but I see no alternatives. I have reason to believe that your version of the events is completely wrong. And being a criminal wasn't enough? Now you're a conspiracy theorist as well? You may be a fanatic, but you're not dumb. There's no way you hadn't noticed some oddities. What are you talking about? Put your hard feelings aside for a second and use your head. The case is totally recalling Pandora's murders. Also, an eyewitness out of nowhere? Who's got all the reasons to hate Baker. Don't you see anything weird going on? Mordred, are you really trying to save that man? Trust me, Hera. It's for our own good. I hope you know what you're doing. So you think you know the truth? Right at the start of the investigation? Maybe. Very well, you tickled my curiosity. Or maybe I just want to see you fail, so I can make fun of you and your arrogance. Go on, explain your theory. Don't waste your only chance. One single chance. I better double check everything before starting. And check all documents. Start a dialogue. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to save. We're going to go back. What do we need? Do we check just by clicking things? A cut leather glove. Okay. So who did the golden arrow go to? I bet we'll need to find out. I don't know what this investigation is going to do, so we're just going to talk. All right, first things first. We know the victim's eyeballs were carefully removed after she died. Those were found inside her mouth, which was cruelly sewed up. Right, what's your point? Baker can't be responsible for such vile actions because... I mean, he had a cut in his hand. How did he do that with a cut in his hand? And that's not even an option. Do I get to use evidence? Nope. He didn't have the skills to do it. Someone remove someone's eyeballs with the same level of accuracy of the killer? What kind of question is that? Mordred is right. Removing eyeballs with such accuracy is anything but simple. Only someone with great surgical skills could do it. Mr. Baker is definitely not a surgeon, and I believe he lacks the guts to do such things anyway. Removing eyeballs and sewing mouths? Not an everyday activity, is it? Especially if it's about an old politician living in luxury. Besides, according to your own... Oh, there's the hand, a wound on the hand. Baker is supposed to have a wound on his hand. Surgery with a wounded hand? Totally unrealistic, if you ask me. Perhaps you have a point, but it's not enough to clear Baker yet. At least to suggest that he had an accomplice that the witness claims not to have seen. I get what you mean, but that's not the problem here. What are you talking about? Your colleague reported that after removing the eyeballs and sewing up the mouth, after a short struggle during which he had his hand wounded, Baker undressed the woman and tied her to the tree, and then he arranged the flowers and her hair. This probably took a few hours. Can you confirm this is your official version? Yes, it is. Don't you think we're missing something? I'm not sure. The evidence that was omitted is... What evidence was omitted? The busted bench? What's the missing evidence? Oh, the glove? No. What? Apparently, I get to do whatever I want. What is the missing evidence? The arrow? The lead arrow? Precisely. This arrow is fundamental to solve the case. I have reasons to believe that Baker got to the crime scene when it had already happened. And why would you assume that? I think the suspect saw the body of his lover, he panicked, and tried to remove the arrow. The victim had her throat cut, so what's the point of removing the arrow from the body? Look closely. The cut on her throat is completely covered by the head, and the blood poured directly on the wound inflicted by the arrow. So what? Just think about it. Baker gets here and sees his lover's body. He notes the arrow, the bleeding wound, and he panics. Tries to pull the arrow out to save her, maybe yelling at her, hoping that she's still alive. That would be silly. No, not if you're completely panicking. Anyway, your version of events doesn't make sense. There were no fingerprints on the arrow. There's no way Baker could have tried to pull it out. You're wrong. Baker left no fingerprints because of this evidence. The glove. Gloves are amazing, aren't they? Discreet, no fingerprints. Where the heck did you find that? Right here, under the nose of our infallible and omnipresent police force. You're just a liar, Foley. I knew I shouldn't have listened to you. Do you think your men had no reason to hide it? Tell me, how many would like to see Baker behind bars? And how many can you trust? Hiding something so important in plain sight? Classic. Especially if previously arranged. Also, the cut on the glove suggests there was a fight, but it happened in a completely different way. The suspect was probably attacked from behind while he was trying to pull out the arrow. He instinctively turned around and tried to protect his face with his hand. So he got wounded. At that point, he tried to run away, but he didn't get far. And what makes you believe it? This is the evidence that shows that the escape attempt immediately ended. Is it the bench? While running away, Baker was thrown against the bench. Ended up destroying it apparently. That makes sense. And I bet the blood on the bench is Baker's for sure. And how would you explain what happened next? What the? Oh, it's a new love interest? The attacker allegedly allowed Baker to run away. An eyewitness who's condemning him. Are you implying that an injured old man could run faster than a merciless killer? Who is she? This is Abigail Sherman, the eyewitness of Alicia's murder. Oh, I bet you Abigail Sherman is up to no good. Who is Abigail Sherman? She was disinherited. She depends upon her sister. And she hates Baker. Great. She is, what? Huh? What? Detect? Oh, she's a demon. If I don't hit anything, I think this just goes on forever. You think I win if the demon like tires itself out from changing its face? Or maybe I'm just crazy. Oh well, I guess we'll hit a button. Oh, the face changes for forever. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Crushing your creative hypothesis made you uncomfortable? Quite the contrary, miss. You just opened my eyes. What are you talking about? Now, excuse me, I have an important meeting. You'll be hearing from me soon, Freya. So she's clearly the murderer. Or something. Hey, where the heck are you going? What an idiot. And I was even listening to him. Why did you run off? A scary mask appeared on Abigail's face. And this means that our dear witness is lying. The mask of lies. Wow, I have superpowers. I'll be straight with you, Professor. Every time someone lies to me, some sort of animal mask appears on their face, while space and reality look distorted. I never figured out the origin of this living, waking nightmare, and I honestly don't care. Right now, I just want you to stop telling me that no one is ever going to listen to this conversation. How can I tell that you're lying? Take a guess. Oops. Oh boy, I hope I didn't screw that up forever. Okay, we're gonna save because I totally messed up the interface again. I now know how the interface got messed up earlier. Apparently clicking it twice quickly. I mean, that's not the only reason it got messed up, because it never gave me the option to use. But if you click it twice, it messes up. So you have to play this game slowly. What? I have to do this again? Oh my gosh. So apparently the saves don't matter. At least I know what to click. And zero wasted time. The evidence is the arrow. The next evidence is the glove, which I got on the first try, and the bench on the first try. And now we have the liar. Oh. What is it, detective? Not feeling well? What did she lie about? Hey, where the heck are you going? Is lying. One of those masks again. You think she might be the killer? Not necessarily. She could be an accomplice, or maybe someone who's trying to frame the suspect. We need more evidence before interrogating her, and we need to hear Baker first. Maybe he will explain how he managed to survive. He should be at the police station. Let's pay him a visit. Okay, but first, I need to talk to you. Come back to the office as soon as you can. I'll be back when I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll put the evidence in order. Useless evidence has been removed. Well, I said I was going to be Hera's buddy. Wait, I can't go back to the office? Okay, I guess I'm going to the police station. Lowest rate of suicides and mental breakdowns in the word. You have our word. The Black Bands. Homicide department. Half the people who work here want to see me dead. Only half? You're underestimating your apparently I talk out loud. What the? You're the last person I expected to see here, Foley. David? The one and only. Don't tell me you need your favorite lawyer again. Oh, he's my lawyer. I'd rather spend 4 more years in court than hear your stupid jokes. You know, I was thinking whoa, they got rid of not a lot of evidence. What did they get rid of? Oh, the card. I was gonna say the evidence thing was filling up quickly. It's like, are we at the end of the game because we've filled up our entire inventory? I'm gonna save again, even though apparently saving sends you back to quite a bit. Doesn't really save it at the moment. Anyways, I saved you from the electric chair, and that's how you thank me? I'm disappointed, my friend. I'm not your friend, and honestly, I don't care. I'm here for Richard Baker. Any idea where he could be? Of course, my client just got out of the interrogation room. He's on the phone now, but he'll be here soon, I guess. Clients? Tss, great. Are you going to settle with 30 years of prison? Are you going to settle with 30 years of prison for him, too? Oh, come on. Are you still upset about that? And to think that I'm the one who mentioned your name to the Black Bands. Well, thank you for putting me in this mess then. I know, I'm such a big-hearted man. But then again, I've always been a fan of lost causes. By the way, before you two have a talk, I should probably share some information with you. What kind of information? Let's start from the beginning. Baker's situation. How's Baker? keeping up appearances, but he's visibly upset. His left arm is full of bruises. The injury on his right hand is more serious than expected. Probably won't be able to move his fingers for a while. Interesting. You probably know this, but people have no idea that my client is under investigation for the murder at Treasury Park. However, this won't last long. As soon as the news spreads, the consequences for Baker and his party will be catastrophic. What makes you think that? There's hardly any crimes in the city and even fewer murders. That's why this whole case is a ticking bomb. And then there's Mrs. Baker on the verge of a breakdown. She does believe that after her husband's lover, they will kill her too. Ah, love. What a wonderful thing. Yeah. On second thought, that woman could shed some light on Baker's relationship with Abigail. I can give you his address, but be careful. Don't say too much or you're going to make a mess. And the last thing we want is her blowing the whistle to the media. Remember, I can protect you from judges and journalists, but no one escapes the Black Band's revenge. Don't worry, I'm sure that sweet guy like you will be able to cheer her up. Okay. Well, I suppose it's time for you to talk to our beloved party leader. But first, I need to ask you something about Treasury Park. Little Birdie told me that you found a piece of evidence that has not been reported to the police. You have no idea who this person might be, have you? Maybe he's talking about the glove I found. That would help him in the trial, but I'd also risk getting Freya in trouble. What should I do? Should I protect Freya? I think I should protect Freya, you know? Her last name is Gold Soul. Must mean she's good. Sorry, I know nothing about it. That's too bad. I could have sworn you were that person, but I guess I was wrong. Am I really risking to be investigated for withholding evidence just to save Freya's face? Hera's influence is making me soft. That's right, I'm doing it for Hera. Oh, perfect timing. My dear Mordred, this is Richard Baker, party leader of the Black Bands. Oh, Detective Foley, we finally meet. The pleasure is mine, Mr. Baker. Sorry to bother you, but I really need to ask you some questions. You are a man who goes straight to the point, I see. I just went through 4 hours of interrogation, but I suppose some more questioning won't kill me. Besides, as you know, there's no rest for the wicked. Then I'll leave you birds alone. If you need anything, do not hesitate to contact me. Shall we start, Detective? I'm curious what you want from me. I mean, I guess I'll save again, even though I'm not sure. Saving after important decisions. This is probably an autosave after the important decision of protecting Freya. Oh, I can investigate. I can investigate things. A workstation. A workstation. A phone. An elevator. Another elevator. Boy, I'm a top-notch investigator. All while this guy was waiting for me to speak to him. Politics. I don't discriminate against people of a different race, gender, or religion. It all depends on what they're worth. This is defined by the Patterson test, which we introduced more than 20 years ago. So he's basically a full-on meritocracy guy. Which party they support? Listen to me. If you think we can share the resources of Nova Polemis with everyone, you're just a fool. Uncontrolled immigration, poor education, and the opinion of illiterate people are the reasons behind the threat of collapse. Nova Polemis was built on ambition, and I won't let some deadbeat parasites destroy our little paradise. I'm starting to think that you're exploiting education to create your own personal army of puppets. You may disagree with our vision, Detective, but let me remind you that your future is bound to mine. If I fall, you're going down with me. So please stop acting like a mad dog. Facts of the case. Mr. Baker, I need to hear your version of the facts. Please describe what happened that night and try to be as accurate as possible. Alicia contacted me. She was starting to reveal our affair. She asked to meet in Treasury Park to discuss terms, and I had to accept without saying a word. I got there on time. I just wanted this to be over. But when I had arrived, she was already tied to that tree and someone killed her. I yelled at her, hoping that she was still alive, and I panicked so much I tried to pull out that heavy arrow. Suddenly, someone attacked me from behind and hit my hand with a knife while I was trying to defend myself. I tried to run, but after a few steps, I was thrown against a bench. I got hurt and I faded. I was sure I was going to die. Before losing consciousness, though, I heard someone screaming, maybe a girl, and then it all goes blank. A girl screaming? I woke up 10 minutes later, and I was left alone with the corpse. The attacker had disappeared. Yeah, you're lying. I can tell because of my superpowers. So I took the opportunity away and got out. You're definitely lying. I can't present evidence unless it's... The victim. Could you describe your relationship with Alicia? Alicia was young and naive. Maybe too naive. You are never too young to die. What a great quote. There was a fire within her. She wanted to be an artist and a director, but she could not afford any schools in Nova Polemis. She used to wander around the city while filming places and people with a 50-year-old camera, hoping to make a name for herself, to become someone. And why would someone like her decide to bond with the leader of the Black Bands? The flesh is weak and ambition never comes from innocence. She was beautiful and I was able to give her what she wanted. You can figure out the rest. I noticed something interesting while you were talking. You talked about the case, your party, and the victim. However, you never said anything about one of the most important actors in this huge farce. And I believe that's no coincidence. I don't understand. The person you've been omitting on purpose is... Abigail Sherman. The very same person that's testifying against you. Abigail. Abigail, what does she have to do with this? You should tell me that. What are you trying to imply? Abigail is testifying against me. Why the heck should I defend her? It's my life at stake, not hers. Baker is lying. Before I interrogate him, I need more evidence on Abigail and Alicia. I might get something from his wife. I should also go back and tell Hera what I found. Please forgive my manners, Mr. Baker. I've gone too far. Huh? What's with this sudden U-turn, Mr. Foley? Well, don't worry. If you need me, you will find me right here. Just don't take too long to find the truth. You need more evidence to expose Baker. You may find it by exploring unlocked locations and other characters. Got it. I mean, this game seems to be moving fairly quickly. Who knows? There could be like whole twists and turns, but... We are going to my place to talk with Hera. Artists have... Wow. This is a police state, isn't it? She plays the piano so well. Do you play the piano, Mocha Cat? That's impressive. I hope you don't mind if I put some music on. Oh, she's not playing it herself. She's just playing it to whatever. Oh, she composed the song. When I think of those days, I realize that we've become the monsters we swore to destroy. Hera, what's wrong? It's just that, now that we know Pandora is back, I guess you want to keep your promise about not getting Baker out of jail. Especially after you hung up the phone on me when you were at Treasury Park. I did it for your own good. I know, but honestly, the thought of reliving those days scares me more than running the risk of losing everything, or even Pandora himself. Look what kind of people we're trying to protect. Okay, what's the flyer? We watch, you vote. Greatness once again. I feel like there's a bit of a Make America Great influence. I understand you're doing this for your own good, but when the moment comes, think about the consequences of saving that man. I'm serious when I say your decision could change the entire future of the city. It's a decision we'll have to take together, and I won't let anyone hurt you. You know it. I'm not afraid of dying, Mordred. I'm afraid of losing you. The only demon brave enough to stand beside me when you could have just left me to die on the streets. Hera, you have a distorted view of me. You know that, right? The usual jerk. Never mind. How about filling me in on what happened? Sit down. This is gonna take a while. This is not a cheesy love story. This is a R-rated detective thing. Baker's lying too. Indeed, I need more evidence to push him to tell me what really happened. Right. I'll be here if you need me. As the investigation progresses, you will unlock more conversation topics with Hera. Go back to her if you are stuck or need some help. Oh great, Hera is my hint guide. I did say I was going to protect Hera. Maybe I should have thrown Hera under the bus. Made her relive the whatevers. Okay, let's go to Baker's house and talk to his wife. I mean, this is a visual novel, but it's not as bad as your normal visual novel so far. But it's still a visual novel, so no thanks, really. Wow. I knew Baker loved luxury, but that megalomaniac managed to surprise me once again. Who are you? Who let you in here? This is my house. Oh, you must be Anne Baker. Your housekeeper let me in. I'm Mordred Foley, and... Vulnerable and submissive, Anne has always been constrained by her family's expectations. Because of this, she always felt the need to depend on someone strong and charismatic. Okay, revolution is not meant for the poor. Got it. There's no need for you to introduce yourself, your sloppy outfit, and that lingering stench of tobacco. You must be one of those dirty journalists trying to disgrace my husband's name. You parasites, feeding on the misery of a man who created an empire with the sweat of his brow. I am not a darn journalist. I'm a detective hired by your husband. Huh? My husband asked for a detective? Why wasn't I aware of this? As I suspected, Baker didn't tell her anything. They're hiding things from you in order to protect you, madame. But I'm here because your help could be fundamental to the investigations. And how am I supposed to help you? Just answer my questions for now. Okay. You know, Mr. Baker told us not to give her too much information to freak her out, but this red line means it's an important conversation topic. I think I have to talk about the victim and all that. Why would Abigail testify against him? What kind of question is that? Someone probably tricked my sister into this, knowing about her relationship with Alicia. Were they good friends? More than you think. Alicia was probably the only person who could make Abigail smile. Wow, that's interesting. What can you tell me about Alicia Hart? Oh, that poor angel. Alicia was a dear friend of my sister. They were both artists dreaming about shooting a movie together. She used to come here often. She was the only person able to cheer up my beloved Abigail. When Richard realized that, he began to support Alicia's work, hoping to give her a bright future. Obviously, someone spread malicious rumors about an alleged intimate affair between my husband and her, but they are just envious of his kindness. Wow, she doesn't even know that it wasn't an affair. Everyone in the town knows that he was having an affair with the murder victim. Like, the police officers knew it. And why would they know it? It's not like the murder victim could tell them, since the murder victim was dead. I mean, I suppose Abigail blabbed her mouth. Anyways, after all, you cannot expect these peasants to be able to comprehend such superb dynamics of altruism. In fact, some creep killed her. And now my dear Richard is forced to sleep surrounded by those jackals. This woman really believes in her husband's faithfulness. This must be the result of years of brainwashing. She has such a distorted vision of reality. My beloved husband has always been a man like no other, vigorous, valiant, altruistic. Unlike those snakes of the black bands, he always committed himself to peace and equality, fighting for the rights of every citizen. It's just pathetic how the majority of the police force were against him. Do you think he might have been framed by his colleagues? Of course. Who else could ever want to give up such a good man? To help your husband, I'll need to search your house. It won't take long, I promise. No way. My husband is innocent. All you want is to ruin his name and torture my soul. Admit it, Finley sent you here, those filthy... Madame, I have no idea who these people are. They are my husband's biggest rivals. Those hypocrites speak of peace, but just want to take his place. You know, for as bad as they're making this Baker guy sound, he didn't get a mask when he said that he was for equality. So he didn't get a mask when he said he wasn't racist or whatever. So, I mean, some positive points. I'm just wasting my time. I need to convince her to let me. Hera might have an idea. She's always been better at dealing with people with me. Oh my gosh, I have to just go back and forth. Oh wait, can I use the, can I just use the thing to talk to Hera? Oh no, they removed the band. Okay, I just get to go back and forth. Or I should have gone to Baker's house first. Good thing time probably doesn't matter. It's just a waste of my game time. What? Oh. Anne Baker. Let me guess. Anne is not quite the angel you imagined. The woman won't let me touch anything in that door mansion. Maybe you should trigger her fears, possibly by showing her something about her husband or the black bands. Leveraging on people's fears. That's my thing. Okay. That was it. That's all I get. So I have the ability to use an item, maybe? Be a good citizen. Attention, citizen. Simi isn't great. I'm taking a huge leap of faith, but maybe it's worth a try. Do you know what this is? Of course I do. It's a flyer from the campaign of Richard's party. Precisely. On its back, you can read some big words like respect, honor. Oh, they're English. Unity and pride. But apparently, they don't have much to do with the majority of the black bands. And you stated many times that your husband has lots of enemies, both inside the party and the police force. So tell me, madame, have you ever thought that those same enemies could hurt you as well? What? So it's true they want to kill me, too. It's a possibility. If you don't let me investigate, your life will be in danger. Do you understand that? Maybe. Well, I guess you are right. Fine, you're free to investigate around, but please don't let them hurt me. This poor woman is just a shadow of herself. Maybe I should tell her the truth about Baker. Or maybe I should calm her down so that she doesn't do anything foolish. Alright, but first you should know that... Okay, I'm gonna calm her down. Your husband can't wait to hold you in his arms again. Yes. Oh, that silly man. Thinking of me despite the situation. Thank you, detective. You really have a good heart. I'm basically playing this as a nice guy. I'm not going to play this game again, but it'd be fun to play it as like the mean person who does all the mean stuff. Investigate. The fire. The self-portraits. The chandelier. The chair. I'm basically investigating everything that can't be useful. More chairs. What is this? Oh, that's actually useful. This photo has been turned down. This must be Alicia and Abigail. Those two seem really close. Why was the picture turned down? I have stolen the picture. No, it's just evidence. Let's go through his drawers. No, you can't go through his drawers. Let's go through his computer. Nothing interesting here. Must be Abigail's, given the huge amount of... Wait, what are these? Dozens of encrypted emails from a few days before the murder, sent to someone called Top. That's Greek. Those are Greek letters, so I don't actually know how to pronounce that. Oh, there you go, Tartarus. How did Abigail manage to encrypt and send those emails without getting blocked by the security system? Security and information in Nova Polemos? What is that? Oh, there's only 3 left. I wonder if this scrolls down. Maybe I'm close to the end of the game. I would love it if this was just a 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour visual novel. I should probably ask her as soon as I'm done with Baker. Wait, who should I ask? Well, I found far less than I'd hoped. I guess the place has already been cleaned out. Anyway, I think I have enough to expose Baker's lies. I don't even remember Baker's lies, to be honest. Break Baker's lies. I honestly, I don't even remember. He said something, it's something about not knowing Abigail. Or not knowing why Abigail would defend him. That was the lie? Something like that. But let's just go for it. Or maybe I should go... well, you won't keep it a secret. Aqua OS. Do I... Wait, do I use... Oh, no. Okay, so now I have one of these showdown things where I have to show him the truth. Mr. Baker, it's time for you to tell me the truth about Abigail and Alicia's death. It's not Abigail did not die. So it's tell me the truth about Abigail and tell me the truth about Alicia's death. We've been through this. I didn't see Abigail that night, and I've already given you my version of the events. Welcome to the... Oh, wow, we got a new system. In this game mode, you will have to expose your interlocutors' lies by presenting facts or evidence collected during an investigation. If you submit the wrong evidence 3 times, it's game over. I kind of want to lose, but you're lying through. When you told me about the victim, you never explained how you two had met. It all started when Alicia contacted me for an interview. Nonetheless, she had never had any kind of relationship with my family. Are you sure? If your family didn't know her, how can you explain this? They seem pretty close for being strangers. Don't you agree, Mr. Baker? Wow, the mask changes. I can only imagine how pleased Abigail was when she discovered that her dearest friend had an intimate relationship with her brother-in-law. Alicia used to come to our house quite often. She and Abigail were good friends, and they were trying to film some sort of documentary together. One night she approached me with an excuse, and, well, from that day, Abigail started hating me even more. Her will to testify against me did not take me by surprise. But if you wanted to humiliate me, mission accomplished, but I still can't understand where your rants are heading. One step at a time. Let's go back to your fight with the killer. You said that you heard a girl screaming right before losing consciousness. Exactly. What's so strange about this? The attacker could have easily killed you, but instead he decided to run away with no apparent reason. That's because the attacker was Abigail. That would be nonsense unless the killer recognized your voice. No, the killer was already gone. You're not serious, are you? When did that allegedly take place? What? Damn it. I must try again. What? The killer recognized the voice, and that voice belongs to... Abigail. What? The look on your face is worth 1,000 words. Darn it. All right. There was no screaming nor fainting. During the struggle, I grabbed my taser and temporarily paralyzed the killer so I could escape. I never told anyone because tasers are illegal in Nova Polemos, and I would have risked imprisonment no matter what. Come on, you can do better than this. You never used a taser against the killer, and this piece of evidence proves it. The police reported that you struggled with the attacker holding him with your left hand because the right one was severely injured right before. Using any weapon would have been impossible. I don't. This panicking of yours does nothing but reinforce my argument, Mr. Baker. After you were thrown against the bench, Abigail screamed, ran towards you, and distracted the killer so that you could run away from him. That girl saved your life. I cannot hide anything from you. Am I right, detective? It's true, the killer seemed to know her. They were whispering to each other. She was looking quite scared, though. Then I ran away like a coward, leaving her in the clutches of that monster. I've really no clue how she knew him, but I'm sure she's testifying against me because the killer is blackmailing her. So you think the killer left you both alive to exploit Abigail in court? Pretty much. And so you contacted me in the hope that I would arrest the wrong person, thus saving both of your and Abigail's life. Damn it. That girl has been manipulated by the killer. I must talk to her. Now. Just one last thing, Foley. Remember, if something happens to Abigail, you're a dead man. This case looks harder than expected. I must talk to Abigail, especially about the emails I found on her computer. Maybe she's with Freya. I should probably look for her. Okay. Off we go. Unfortunately, there's only a few more like story things, but there was a lot more people we haven't unlocked. Freya, this is the first time I'm happy to see you. Where's Abigail? I need to talk to her. What do you need to apologize for running away like that, or what? Enough with your BS. Listen to me. Recap. What? You're kidding, right? No, Abigail knows the killer, who's probably blackmailing her. You mentioned some emails. Do you maybe have the files with you? Yes, but are you able to decrypt them? We know how many times people go to the loo in a day. Heck, if some stupid emails can stop me. Good. Make sure you don't miss anything. I'm counting on you. Seriously? You saved them on this piece of junk? Your colleagues must not see this evidence, not even the ones you trust. Driven by the hate for Baker, they could make it disappear, and we would miss our chance to find the truth. I don't trust you, but if it makes you feel better, I trust my colleagues even less. I'll call Abigail and send her to your office. Just don't make me regret the decision, okay? Call me as soon as you find something, and try not to be reckless. Sorry, I'm not taking advice from a criminal. See you later, Foley. As stubborn as she can be, Freya is the only one I can really trust around here. Her last name is Goodsoul, so clearly she's a good soul. Although I wonder how she couldn't find that glove. Anyway, I have more important things to do now. I need to go back to the office and put an end to this farce. Wait, really? Are you going to put an end to it? Is the game over? Or a game comes to an ending? It seems like there's many ways this game might end. Like if I didn't support Freya earlier, she might not have been willing to unencrypt those emails, and maybe I won't have a piece of evidence I need to do something. Freya asked me to come here as quickly as possible. What the heck do you want from me? Good evening, Miss Abigail. You skipped the small talk. I'll get right to the point. I know you saved Baker from the real killer, and I know your relationship with Alicia and the encrypted emails on your computer. What? The last piece. Only one last little piece is missing. I don't have time to look for evidence this time. I must rely on my instinct to expose her. Okay. The truth about Pandora. First things first, Baker admitted that you saved him the night of the murder. We also know that the killer saw your face. Nevertheless, you're still here, willing to testify against our clients. Curious how he let you get away so easily after you stopped him from killing Baker, isn't it? Are you implying that I know the killer? You're a clever kid. Of course I know the killer. It's Richard Baker, that bad person I've been living with for years. BS, you're testifying against Baker because... you wanted your sister to get rid of him. I mean, we've been saying the real killer is threatening her, but I'm gonna go with you wanted your sister to get rid of him. I know Baker is a creep, but my sister loves him, so please stop making such stupid allegations. Oh, nope, that was wrong. It's just repeating. The real killer is threatening you. Threatening? Do I look like a girl who's been threatened by a merciless killer? You can try to hide it as much as you wish, but the mask doesn't lie. Please, Abigail, help us catch that man. If you don't trust us, at least trust Freya. Don't you wish to avenge the death of your friend? Do you really want that maniac to kill again? Oh, mask change. It all began several months ago. The first time the killer contacted us, he was pretending to be a famous director interested in our work. He seemed to be the only one able to understand our needs. He hated the black bands and the state of our city, at least as much as we did. We used to communicate via encrypted emails only so that the police could not see the stuff we were sharing. What kind of stuff? All sorts of stuff, really. Mostly videos and pictures. But in fact, he was showing particular interest in Alicia's videos. What? Why is that? Probably because most of them were about Baker himself. She had been dating him for a while, but I didn't know that. Wait a minute. You said that he seemed to be the only one able to understand your needs, our needs, didn't you? Yes, I did. And you seem to dislike Baker, if I'm not mistaken. I hate him with all my heart. That man ruined my life and that of those who are living in this country. And despite that, you allowed him to get that close to your friend? Kind of weird, don't you think? I didn't know about their affair. You didn't know about it, and that's because you too had a relationship with Baker. This is too much. I'm out of here. No, forgive me. I didn't mean to. Oops, I screwed up. You convinced her. You took advantage of Alicia's affair to blackmail him, collecting money so that you could fulfill your dreams while destroying his reputation. And the night of the murder, you were there because you wanted to film the meeting between Alicia and Baker. That night, your goal was to film Baker with your camera and destroy his reputation once and for all. You probably revealed your plan to Pandora, and he plotted to kill Alicia. He waited for the night of the meeting, and he used the relationship between Baker and your friend to recreate the myth of Apollo and Daphne. She was a beautiful woman, the perfect nymph, while Baker was the arrogant god of the sun who believed he could control the world and win her love with the snap of his finger. In Pandora's mind, the only way Alicia had to escape the clutches of Baker was to be merged with the tree, turning them into the myth. Hera, you'll never stop amazing me. We only wanted to make our dreams come true. Oh, well, we managed to do it. Alicia, if only I made it there earlier. What do you mean? That night I tried to call her before the meeting, but she never picked up the phone. I got worried and ran to the park, but when I got there, she was already dead. And the killer was there waiting for me behind that tree. A tall man with a thick black coat and a wolf-shaped mask. A man with a wolf mask? I don't know. As soon as he saw me, he ran towards me, grabbed my arm and dragged me to Alicia. And then he whispered in my ear that if I had not filmed Baker's arrival, I would have ended up like her. Oh my God. Are you kidding? What kind of crazy person would have himself filmed while attacking someone? No idea, but I was terrified, so I hid close by, turned the camera on, and waited for Baker to show up. After the killer attacked that bad person, I instinctively started to scream, blowing my cover. I don't know why I did it. I freaked out and my body was like moving on its own. While I was running towards them, the killer suddenly came closer and hit me in the face, snatching the camera from my hand and allowing Baker to run away. When he realized Baker escaped, he started laughing like a maniac, and then he grabbed my hair and he forced me to tell Alicia that everything was going to be fine, while caressing her cheek with the back of my hand. And he caught this on our camera. After that, he let me go, promising that I would have heard from him again soon. When I got home, he sent me an email with a video file attached, and he asked me to testify. He said this was meant to preserve what he defined as a pleasant memory. Abigail, I'm so sorry. I mean, you kind of got yourself into that position, but okay. I mean, sure, that's more. Anyways, you don't deserve that, but yeah. Wait a minute. You have the video of that night? Why didn't you just say that? Mordred, what the heck is wrong with you? This girl has gone through heck. Yeah, I have a copy of the video with me. Do whatever you want with it. Burn it, give it to the police, sell it. I don't care. You brought a copy of the video? That means that you knew. We would have found out everything. Actually, I couldn't wait to free myself from this burden. Even I have to hide until you catch that freak. Oh, so the game doesn't end. We have to catch Pandora. Maybe Pandora is Richard, who attacked himself. Find Freya at the police station. You'll be safe there. One last thing before I go. I'm not the only one the killer is threatening. Wait! The wife? What was she talking about? One step at a time. Submitting this video would exonerate Baker and let the police shift their focus to the real killer. And then we would collect our reward. We would save our agency and go back to our normal lives. But if we did it, the black bands would win the elections. We might bring horror and pain back to the city, ruining the lives of thousands of people. To give up our reward and put at stakes our future, preventing the return of an extremist party, or to sacrifice the lives of thousands of people, destroying everything we have worked for. It's time to make a choice. Wow. It's not going to let me save right here, but I think I can just turn the thing over, save Baker, and end the game. Hand over the video. He may be a monster, but Baker is not guilty, and we have already spilled enough innocent blood. Maybe you're right, Mordred. Stopping Baker would temporarily save the city, but in a few years history would repeat itself, maybe with an even worse party leader, and we deserve a normal life after all we've been through. Let the citizens of Nova Polemis decide their future. Maybe they'll make the right choice, for once. I'm glad we came to the same conclusion. By the way, I'm still baffled by what Abigail said. An email. It's from Freya. Verigian 47? That's all. What does it mean? Looks like some sort of address. Wait a minute. Mordred, oh no. Of course, I put her life in danger and now I should have known better. We must save Mordred. We must save her, Mordred. We must. No. You stay here and give the video to the police. I'll handle this. Let's keep in touch. Wait! I was hoping the game would end, but now I have to go save the wife. Right? Or not. I do think we're coming to a conclusion, though. At about an hour, I was like, well, it seems like maybe an hour and a half, judging by the number of things here. But, you know, we also are missing a lot of people, and there's no reason to think everything has to be filled up. But anyways, it does seem like we are getting closer to an end, but maybe not. Could be twists and turns. The best bar of Nova Polemis. Kitty Rouge. New videos every day. Why would there be new videos in a bar? Must be some kind of bar. The heck is this place? What's this smell? Wait, I lost my jacket, but I got a gun. What kind of mess did you get yourself into, girl? What? What? What is going on? Happy birthday, little sunshine. What the heck? It could be a picture of Freya. The left side of the photo. She looks like she has been defaced. Happy birthday, little sunshine. Freya, what's going on? Wait, are they killing Freya? There's nothing else to investigate. So I guess that's it? No, that's not it. Can I use something in my inventory? An arrow? No use to me now. No use to me now. Wait, I can't use anything anymore. Did I break it again? Oh no, I have to exit. Probably exit that conversation. What? I'm confused. Use the knife? Do I investigate the lights more? No? I can't go anywhere. Oh, investigate 11. A huge number 11. What does it mean? Oh, wow. Who's this guy? Dear Miss Freya, or should I call you Flynn? I'm pleased to know that you decided to investigate me and my masterpieces. To thank you for your consideration, I decided to return the favor. Regardless of your father's efforts to hide your past before the Academy, I managed to find wonderful pictures of you before your transformation. Oh, so Freya used to be a guy? If you decide to proceed with the investigation, I'll make sure that all of your old family portraits are sent to your superiors. But don't worry, the police in the city are renowned for their tolerance, aren't they? Love, Pandora. Pandora was able to discover that Freya used to be a boy before joining the Academy? So this is what Abigail was referring to when she said she wasn't the only one being blackmailed. The air here is making me dizzy. What if we had to compare your only child with all of mine? The mother lion answered the pig, just one, but a lion. There's a small caption on the back of the picture. Wolves would rather devour their cubs than showing their shame to the whole pack. Wait. So Freya was the murderer. Freya was blackmailed, and that's why the glove wasn't. That's why the glove wasn't picked up by Freya. I imagined to myself, like, what happened to the glove? How did she miss the glove? It's because she caused the glove. Annoyed by two snakes that were copulating, Tiresias, the prophet, killed the female one, turning himself into a woman and experiencing all the pleasures that her body had to offer. That son of a bad person is making a fool out of me. I must find Freya, and quickly. So she's locked in a thing. A terrifying doll wearing boys' clothes. She's holding an envelope with a message inside. Doll's message. Show. The first two represent betrayal and are engraved on the pillar. The third is the number of suns erased by vanity. The fourth is the sum of the mass of shame. The last is the sign on the face of Tiresias. So 11. Number of suns erased by vanity. Fourth is the sum of the masks of shame. The last is the sign. Okay, so that's a puzzle. And I assume if I get enough wrong answers, I fail. Wolves would devour their cubs and... Well, I'll never be able to open the safe. I need to find the right combination. I mean, it... Okay, there's no way I'm going to get this right. 1. Number of suns erased by vanity. Fourth is the sum of the masks of shame. Is that 2? The last is the sign on the face of Tiresias. Eight. So the last is 8. I'm guessing 2 because there are 2 masks. The number of suns erased by vanity. 2. Okay. 2 suns erased by vanity, I'm guessing. So 1, 1, 2. One, 1, 2, 2, 8. 1, 1, 2, 2, 8. We can try that. Ah, I got it right. Did I save Freya? Or is Freya already dead? Finally, it's open. A ribbon used to celebrate new birth. Half blue and half pink. There's a key inside. I need to open that door or I'm going to lose my mind. I mean, I did this rather quickly. For like no failed whatevers. I don't know. This is quite a long game for a visual novel. That is incorrect, Dark Demon Gamer. I don't know when you said that, but visual novels are forever. This is going to be short for a visual novel. Because I think... Oh, no. It's already too late. She died. Poor Freya. Oh, it's you, Detective. The princess and I were waiting for you. I must admit, I almost feel excited. After all this time, we finally meet face to face. Yeah, and I've been dying to shoot you in the head. Let her go, now. Don't worry about her. She has just been breathing in the gas in this room for some time. The same gas you're breathing, to be precise. But you figured this out, didn't you? What is going on? Why does this mask on his face keep changing? Spare me your BS, Pandora. Move an inch and I'll put a bullet in you. Oh no, Detective. I'm afraid I'm going to live much longer. And you'll be the one to guarantee my safety. What are you talking about? I'm unarmed and far away from her. You're literally right behind her. Well, you still haven't shot me. Clearly you realize that I would never approach you if I didn't have a way to kill her from a distance. Don't worry though, it's not my intention to do it. The only reason I brought you to here is because I want you to demonstrate something. What should I demonstrate to a loser who enjoys killing girls to satisfy his perversions? Everyone say, you are a monster. Because you don't feel guilty for the people you sentenced to death, but I believe reality is quite different. The reason you can sleep at night is that you didn't see with your own eyes was the agony of those people. When they died, you were in your office enjoying your success with the police and that whore of your colleague. But today I'll let you enjoy the show from the front row unless you decide to let me go. I knew you were a psycho, but I didn't expect you to be this insane. How can I be sure you won't kill her anyway? Oh, that's the funny part. You just can't be sure. I feel like this is the end of the game, and we're about to make... Look at my face. Do I look like the kind of man who gets manipulated by some stupid bad word? It's just PG, as family-friendly as we can make this game. Oh, I don't have the slightest intention to manipulate you. I'll just let you decide. Pull the trigger and her screams will haunt your nightmares forever. Let me go and you'll live knowing that you could have stopped me and you didn't. The life of the worm for that of the girl, your choice. Okay. Thump, 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 thump. I don't know. Dark Demon, are you here? I don't know. Mocha Cat, are you here? Do I kill Pandora, which condemns Freya, but probably makes my girlfriend happy? Or do I save Freya? Shoot Pandora, save Freya. Vote. I would start a poll, but I have no idea how to start polls. Save her. Save Freya? Okay, fine. I'll save Freya. And so you decide to let me go. You're a constant surprise, Mordred Foley. You know, I did play the nice guy through most of this. Now go. The princess is waiting for you. Don't worry. You'll hear from me when the time is right. Freya. Freya, can you hear me? We need to leave immediately. Mordred? Is that really you? Where's Pandora? Don't worry now. Let's get out of here. You don't have to unchain her. She's in a wheelchair. You just pushed her. Left her tied up. You're a mess, detective. You're starting to lose it. Here, let me help you. You really are a big lad, you know. Darn your heavy butt. In case you have already forgotten, I just saved your butt. Try to show some gratitude at least. Let me tell you, you stink at being a hero. Anyway, the police are coming. Enjoy your moment of glory. Wait, that is... Hera, what's going on? Wait, what? Mail received from Abigail Sherman. The life of the worm for that of the girl. A fair trade, don't you think? Well done, detective. If I could reach the lovely Abigail. What? It's all thanks to you. Wait, what? He's gonna kill Abigail? Abigail was Pandora? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I hope that's the end of the game and not actually chapter 1. Yes, these are my decisions. I protected Freya. I whatevered. I didn't tell the wife the truth. I gave Baker... I was a nice guy, mostly. Oh, so he killed Abigail. So he killed Abigail because I didn't kill him. Oh my gosh, this was just chapter 1? Seriously? This game goes on for how long? How many chapters in this game? Months went by and I couldn't sleep properly. I kept thinking of Abigail. I can't believe I let Pandora get away just to save Freya, the woman who always tried to hinder me. Abigail's dead body was found near her house amidst the garbage. Pandora cut her throat and threw her away like a piece of garbage. I have no idea why he did that, whether to clear his tracks or because he considered her unworthy of him. Whatever the reason, that MF murderer is still on the loose, ready to kill again. Thanks to our investigations and the chip we gave to the police, our client has been cleared of all charges. That brought in some money and gave us the chance to go back to a normal life. Unfortunately, sooner or later, Baker will have his revenge for what happened to Abigail, whether he wins the elections or not. Hera, what have we done? Wait, is Abigail Baker's wife? No, Abigail... Well, actually, I don't remember. Don't really care. Good evening, citizens, and welcome to this special edition of the National News. The Black Bands win. Wait, no. They changed things? I thought the Black Bands were the ones in charge already. Anyways, they're clearly the, My fellow citizens, our time has come. Today we finally decided to open our eyes. The previous government bled us dry, shamelessly allowing any kind of parasite to infect our lands. And do you know why? Because the weaker the population, the easier it is to manipulate it. They played the social equality card to take advantage of our hard work, preventing us from gaining back the glory that our founding fathers had fought for. This is clearly the Republican Party. From now on, only those willing to sacrifice themselves and obey will be worthy of living by our side. Remember this day, my friends, because today we are rewriting history. Oh, he's dead. Guess he's not getting his revenge on us. Chapter 2, A Firebringer. Okay, this could be a very long game. This could be a very long game. We're closer to 2 hours. I failed to start the timer a couple times, but fine. I'll be there soon. Make sure no one follows you. Same shoot. Different day. My gosh, what a day. Oh, you're back. Any news? Yeah, it's probably going to have a million chapters. As we expected, people believe that Baker was murdered because he was a hindrance to the opposition. The party gathered around a table to find a new leader, and they announced severe consequences for what happened. I'm not sure why, but people were staring at me with a strange look in their eyes. I'm getting scared, Mordred. You're worrying too much, girl. They have just been elected. They won't do anything reckless. They have to react to this, but violence won't increase their consensus. Maybe you're right, but now they've created a martyr, and martyrs usually lead to dictatorships. You think they killed him? I don't know, but I can't stop shaking. I keep thinking about Abigail, and you've never stopped looking for Pandora after her death. I think you're getting obsessed with him. I would feel even worse pretending that it was not my fault. That freak made a fool out of me, and I won't rest until I put an end to all this. Especially now that we have our informer. Oh, really? She decided to show up after all these months? Yes, we arranged a meeting in Talon Square in about 2 hours. Would you like to come with me? Do you really think that I would let a dummy like you go alone, now that the city got so dangerous? It's good to see that your bad sense of humor hasn't changed. Just like your lack of empathy, detective. All right, let's go. Okay. We are going to save. Oh, I didn't notice it said chapter 1 the whole time. So there was a clue that this game was multi-chaptered from the very start in the save files. We are going to pause the timer. So I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I do have to go early today, so I couldn't do a full stream. So thanks for swinging by, Dark Demon Gamer. Thanks for being here, Mocha Cat. I do need to take off. I will be back Friday. I'm debating whether I should keep playing this game, to be honest, on stream. Actually, you know what I'm going to do real quick? This game is called, I mean, I should probably give it 2 streams before I abandon it to be played off stream. But also, I realized my category didn't get updated. Why didn't my category update? Dry drowning. I know it had a category. Dry drowning. I think my category updated. Anyways, dry drowning. Before I sign off this stream, we're going to say dry drowning number of chapters. Oh, there's a wiki. I don't want to spoil myself. Chapters. Oh, here we go. Chapters. Okay, there's 4 chapters. Okay, so it's going to be a long game, but it's not going to be like amazing long. So we'll probably play this on stream. I will say Dark Demon Gamer wins with the emote war over Mocha Cat. Oh, yeah. You know what? Okay, let me start streaming and restart my stream. I'll play your game, Dark Demon Gamer. But let me say, end this quest for 1071 games quickly. And let me come back.